Well, this is a big cornerback now. Bobby Taylor's a rookie, but he's 6'3", 216 pounds. This is not your ordinary flyweight out there at the cornerback position. Now, this is a guy that'll come up and pop you.
But he was the hitty then.
Yeah, but he's still a man-sized player out there at corner.
That's 100 yards on the ground for Emmitt Smith tonight. 99 yards in receptions from Michael Irvin. What else is new?
Emmitt's not done yet.
That's 103 and a first down. It'll be first and goal as Emmitt Smith takes it to the 7-yard line. 5:25 left, third quarter. The Cowboys on top 17-12. This drive started at the Dallas 34. Novacek in motion. Irvin split to the left. Here goes Emmitt through the middle. Takes it to the 3. Kevin Johnson makes the hit.
Isn't it something you just see over and over? Really good football teams. They lie dormant for a while, then they get challenged, and it's like somebody slapped them across the face and woke them up out of some sort of a deep sleep. The Cowboys are instantly responding with a drive, trying to assert themselves as, hey, forget what you think. We are in control of this game.
Ninth play of the drive. Second and goal from the 3. Emmitt Smith looking for his 16th touchdown of the season. He has it.
Emmitt didn't like being pushed there. Yeah, I think he's just going back over to tell McMillan.
A 65-yard drive, mixing it up between Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All of it effective. Again, out in front of it, the big man, Darrell Johnston. But nobody up to contain.
Bonio for the point after. The big 3. Aikman, Irvin, Smith. That is some trifecta.
Triplet power.
TP.
Fix it.
Nice question. How would you stop Ronnie Pete and the Eagles?
Piece of cake. They stopped him when he was their backup quarterback. They could stop him now.
We shut down the inside. They can't run, and he can't pass.
Decent coverage in the secondary and a good pass rush by the Cowboys.
Because they had him last year, they know where he likes to throw the ball.
We'll sack him a few times, and then he will wish that he was still playing with the Cowboys.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys just an efficient performance tonight. What more can you say?
Efficient's a good word, I think. They've kind of they kind of neutered the Eagles.
You said something prophetic a while ago when we were in a commercial. How many times we watched Dallas just reduce a team to knowing, they can't win?
It's just their superior talent. They overwhelm the Eagles without making them look all that bad. It's an efficiency, I think, Al. It's an excellent word.
That's Irvin now over 100 yards for the 7th consecutive game. Most of the good things we say are during commercials.
A lot of people think so.
So Michael Irvin, that's 7 games in a row now in triple figures, and that ties the NFL mark.
We talked about this streak coming up here of these 4 games for the Cowboys, and you get a good listen here to the Dallas crowd as they applaud Michael Irvin, and they appreciate this guy. I think at the end of this 4-game stretch, we're going to find out what we knew going in. That Dallas is a class in the NFL.
Here's Emmitt Smith. And he picks up a first down and 13 more yards on the ground for Emmitt Smith. Meanwhile, back to Irvin. 7 games in a row in triple figures in receiving yardage. The record held by a pair of Houston teammates, the Oilers in '61, Bill Groman and Charlie Hennigan on the same team in the formative stages of the American Football League.
George Blanda throwing some of those passes?
I would think
he was.
Of course, Charlie Hennigan for years held the record for the most receptions in a single season until that one went down and has been broken repeatedly.
Flags down. Well, speaking of Hennigan, he holds the single season record of 1,746 yards on receptions, and Michael Irvin is on his way to breaking that mark.
Eagles William Thomas a little early across the line of scrimmage.
Offsides, number 51. Defense, 5 yards, first down.
It'd be funny if Michael Irvin broke the record, but Isaac Bruce got there first.
Yeah, he did.
He could.
We have a situation here in a ball game here with 8.5 minutes left to go in the game, where the overwhelming pressure that's applied by this monstrous Dallas offensive line really starts to show up. Missed tackles up front, guys get, look at that hole. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but that's just a case of a superior group here really starting to dominate.
But he doesn't take away anything from a pretty strong Philadelphia defense. They were ranked second in the league coming into tonight. Dallas does this to almost every team they play. They're going to roll them off the line of scrimmage. Emmett's got 2 or 3 yards before he's even touched. Huge gaping hole. And it's domination.
It's not going to get a lot better. They won't stop coming at you.
Emmett has 150 yards before this carry. 5 more. 155 takes it to the 30. Greg Jackson makes the tackle.
And look out if Greg Jackson doesn't make that tackle. Emmett broke one up at the line of scrimmage. Made one guy grab him and miss. Emmett's going to check out here for a play. But if Jackson doesn't snag him, look out.
What a lethal combo. Emmitt Smith against the Eagles and on Monday Night Football. He's had a tremendous amount of success against Philadelphia. And does he ever love the Monday Night Spotlight? Some of his best games have been under the lights.
One of the genuinely nice people you'll ever meet, too. He is so thoughtful, so involved in so many good things.
Sherman Williams comes in to stun him in the backfield. Aikman hits Novacek, and Jay trying to pick up the first down, reaching, and he's close to it.
I think he got it on the surge. They pounded him back out over the 25, but they're going to give it. It's going to be very close to the first.
Clock ticking down.
He's the one that just quietly beats so many people, Jay Novacek.
6:31 remaining in the fourth quarter.
He's up there close to 40 receptions himself.
Hard to find a Pro Bowler on a team that is so far down the recognition ladder as Jay Novacek is here in Dallas on this offensive. Here's a guy that he'd be a triplet on any other team. He'd be a twin. He doesn't even, he's a quad on this team.
Sherman Williams for a minimal gain. Williams was their top draft choice, came in the second round, rookie out of Alabama. And well, as long as Emmett is here and healthy and all of that, Sherman's going to be relegated to a backup role. And let's take a look at Smith at the moment. 154 yards on the ground and 22 more on receptions.
No, but if this drive gets anywhere down near the paint, down towards the goal line, it'd be real tempting for Emmett to come back in.
Play fake. He's making the drop. Incomplete. We mentioned Emmett on Monday Night Football. He hasn't played that many games in his career on Monday night. Take a look at this. Tony Dorsett gained 1,897 yards in his career in 25 Monday night games, and there are some of the other guys, and that's a who's who. Thomas and Harris and Payton and Dickerson. Go down to Emmitt Smith, 9 games and 1,200 yards, already 6th all time.
Walter Payton never played behind an offensive line like this, and nor did a lot of those other backs.
And guess who's back in the lineup?
Guess who has the football? But he's a little short of the first down. Well, he's considerably short as he takes it to the 20. It'll be 4th down and 6.
He's, again, in another awkward spot, but...
And Boniol will come in to try to extend the lead to 15 points.
Yeah, this is still a very tough, scrapping Eagle team. They have not rolled over. They're still theoretically in this football game.
37-yard attempt for Boniol out of the Novacek hold. And he boots it through. 4:45 left in regulation. The Cowboy lead is now 15. Aikman and the Cowboys up 27-12. 4:45 left, fourth quarter. Boniol. This is Charlie Garner at the 2-yard line. Back up to the 20. Eagles take over there. 4:35 left in the fourth. Cowboys 27. Eagles 12. .435 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys trying to go to 8-1. And the Kansas City Chiefs at 8-1 would own the best record in the AFC. Dallas the best record in the NFC. The Eagles with a loss would go to 5-4, but still in very good shape in second place in the NFC East in terms of playoff possibilities. First and 10, Philly from the 20-yard line. Pete with heat, look out, intercepted Larry Brown. Touchdown Dallas. Flag down. At the 15-yard line, a marker is down.
Holding number 72. Offense, penalties decline. Touchdown.
Yeah, Larry Brown's 4th interception of the year.
He's having a big one.
He sure is.
Tried to get it to water. Watch him step right in front of it. Great look, guys.
Yes.
You could have caught that one yourself. Larry Brown, 4th interception. Returned this one for a touchdown. One of the first one there. Congratulating number 21, Dion.
Larry Brown has been in the league for 5 years.
12th round draft pick in 91.
His first career touchdown. It's the 7th touchdown the Eagles have allowed on a return this season. 4:28 remaining in the fourth quarter as Dallas wraps it up 34-12. And let's check in with Lynn Swan. Lynn?
Well, Al, I'm down here with some very special guests of Deion Sanders. This is his grandmother, Hattie Mims. This is his mom, Constance Knight. And this is his wife, Carolyn. And I'm going to come over here and ask you, Carolyn, we knew Deion had a little tender hamstring coming in. Did he have some doubts about his ability to play in this game?
Did I? I did a little bit, but I knew nothing would keep him off the field. If he could stay on the field all game long, he would, on offense and defense. So I knew he would play.
I was surprised about that reverse.
I was too.
well, Constance, I want to ask you, Deion is such a competitor. Is there any way in the world he would have not played with that hamstring?
No, not at all. He wouldn't have missed this game for nothing.
Now, I also noticed early in the ball game, Deion made a solo tackle, and I looked at the two of you over the three of you, and you were kind of smiling and maybe laughing a little bit. What were you thinking about?
No comment.
Well, he's doing a great job. Thank you. Enjoy the game.
From the Luxos Diamonds, he did a great job a long time ago.
He continues to do it.
I'll tell you, there's something Deion didn't get from his mother. No comment.
Yeah.
There's a phrase that he doesn't quite know what it means.
You saw about 35 carats from...
Yeah. I want to know what the insurance premium is for those pieces of jewelry.
Well, Fort Myers, Florida, pretty proud of Deion. That's
you think Mom and Grandma are not happy? No matter the criticism, and it's beginning to go away. I mean, everyone you talk to in this game from the defensive side of it said they'd love to have him. And he fits in as such a team player everywhere he goes.
Pete has to take a timeout. One of the teams that was in the, I don't want to say the finals of the Deion Derby, but in the Derby were the Eagles at one point, and some people thought because of Deion's relationship with Ray Rhodes. And keep in mind, Rhodes was the defensive coordinator at San Francisco.